Okay, so today we've got the Skipper, which is a Hobbyking model. It's running on a 3S 2200. It's designed to take off on water, but it takes off just as easily on grass. It's got like a V-hull style boat bottom. It just slides along on that, and doesn't take much speed before the rudder starts being able to steer it even on the ground, so it's pretty good. Okay, so in the Skipper you can see I've had to move the battery way back. It's almost the length of the battery back from the actual mark to get the CG, which is CG is a centimetre behind the ledge there that you see. So yeah, so I've got a 2200 3S zippy compact cell in there. I think it's a 45C or something, and I've got a battery sensor, which is the Free Sky FLVSS in there. So that's cool. So here we go, here's the Skipper on the ground. So I'm going to enable the throttle. Throttle active. Okay. There you go. So I'll give it a little bit of up elevator, as you would with a sort of tail dragger plane, I guess, when you're taking off, to keep the back down, because otherwise you find that the nose digs in and the back comes up when you take off, which I guess is what will happen on water as well. There you go, it doesn't take much speed to look at that thing, kind of wobbles its tail a little bit when it's flying. I don't know if that's just a delta wing thing or what. You know, I hate flying with gloves on, but it's so cold today that my hands are going to freeze, but I feel like I want to kind of take them off, so I think I'm going to, pull them off quickly whilst it's on self level. Here we go. Right, I've got some telemetry on this, so it's telling me that the 3.88 volts is the minimum cell at the moment. So, right, I'm going to stick it onto manual. It's actually got a little bit of stabilisation. Not that we need it today, there's no wind. And this thing is amazing. I'm going to bring it towards us here. Just look at the roll rate on this. Woohoo! It just wants to, and it's absolutely dialed in like it's on rails. Incredible thing. I'm guilty of not using my rudder very much, so I'm going to give that a shot now. Yeah, when you use the rudder on this, it does tend to, if I rudder left here, it's not too bad actually. That's just rudder only turn, having to pull up with the elevator there. It's wanting to level out actually by itself when I remove the rudder. Yeah, this is quite a nice plane actually. It's fairly easy to fly, quite responsive. I think if a beginner were to fly with this, they need to dial down the rates a little bit. So it appears quite fast, and it's not sedate like a beginner plane would be. So maybe if you're a beginner and you've practiced with a regular beginner plane, and maybe this could be a second plane. Okay, let's just have a go with it and see what happens here. See if we can dive it. Rudder over. This is quite nice. This is only the second ever flight I've had on this. I actually took it for a maiden on the first flight and I managed to try to hand launch it stupidly. Doesn't like that. And it dived into the ground a couple of times and broke the rudder. That was the maiden. So it went back and it's went back for repair. And on the second flight, this is the third if you class that maiden as the first. On the last flight anyway, it flew great off the ground, so I just kept it that way. So it's just as if it was starting on water, no different. Yeah, it keeps its speed up. It takes a while to stop, as you can see here. So I've stopped it on an uphill slope. I'm going to fly it straight towards me here to launch it again. That's what I like about this. It's like so forgiving when it comes to the landing part, because it's almost like you're landing on wheels, but it's not wheels, it's skates. So I mean, it means you can just sort of skate it in. Oh, there's the rudder away again. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the hinges on this plane are a bit crap, to be honest. The foam's so thin. In fact, even when it came out of the box, you could kind of see the light through the foam on the hinges. So it definitely needs taped up, which is something I did when I repaired the rudder. I'm hoping that I can get this in the shot. So yeah, the rudder, you can see the rudder's come away from the tape at the back. So I'm going to just fix that just now. I'll disable the throttle, and yeah, we'll come back to this in a minute. Okay, so the rudder's I've just literally stuck the tape back on. It's not very secure, to be fair. But yeah, let's give it a go. Let's enable the throttle. Okay. There you go. That's just under load, 3.6 volts. It only shouts when it's 3.6 or below. So I'm looking at the voltage now and it's 3.74. Yeah, there's a strange flutter. It like waggles its arse end. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. Arse. If you're in America, ass end, I guess. Yeah, it's not very economical on the old battery. I mean, I've got a Z84 there running a 2300 kV mini quad motor, and that runs on the same battery as this 2200 3 cell, and I can run that for about 20 minutes. This thing, no, it's not as efficient as that plane. Can do a speed run. Of course, the battery voltage is a bit lower now, so it's not going to be at its full potential. I'll bring it towards us at speed here.
3.6 volts.
Ooh, it's got quite a wiggle on it. Yeah, it really drops that voltage when it great fun though. Okay, I'm going to bring it in for a landing. Try and get a smoother landing this time. Hey, beauty, eh? So when I took this out of the box, I I thought this looks crap. To be fair, I thought it looked a bit of a joke. It looked a little bit cheap, but actually the foam's fairly tough. It's EPP foam, it's white EPP. I'm used to EPO models, so this is a more kind of rubbery, sort of softer, a little bit more forgiving. But it actually flies really well. So yeah, there you go. So hope you enjoyed that. Gonna give it another run. Actually, under no load, the battery's on 3.82 volts lowest cell, so I'm gonna keep going. Like the Petrovic brothers say, you can't get a better hobby than flying RC planes. Those guys are hilarious, I love them.
9 minutes.
Oh shit, that was stupid of me. Yep, I decided to try and be clever there and fly it inverted, and there wasn't much elevator authority to keep it level, so I tried to roll it back around to correct it, and oops, totaled. I think it looks a bit fucked.
Sensor lost.
So anyway, we'll have a look in a second. Landed. Oh yikes! Oh, I think some hot glue might be required and a little bit of running under some warm water. But we'll get this flying again. Geez, oh, the wooden battery base inside has cracked in half as well. But the wings are fine. The nose is bent to hell and the tail's come off, but hey, that'll glue straight back on. Oh, the motor pod as well. There's a way. Oh yeah, bugger. Oh well. On to the next one.